All right, let's talk about a production custom. Something I didn't even know existed. I mean, I knew production customs existed, but I didn't know this one existed. So this is from Zero Tolerance. It's the latest addition to my collection. This is the 0600 from ZT. It is a discontinued model that I don't even know exactly what year these came out and whatnot, but it is an R.J. Martin design. After handling an R.J. Martin from my friend Chris out in Texas, I was able to pick up my own R.J. Martin. This is the Q36SS in Magna Cut. This came from Blade Show 2022. And I'm super excited. I love this knife very, very much. And I've talked about it a number of times. This is the SS, which is the super slim. They make the RJ Martin makes the normal thickness ones, which is about this thick at 0.60 versus the 0.45. And I've done videos on custom ones also. And I'll link my RJ Martin playlist here in the corner at the end. But this one is different. This is made by ZT, as I mentioned, and as you can see. And it is a design from RJ Martin. So this is a Q36-ish that ZT made. I think it's awesome. I didn't know it existed. I saw it on Instagram from Jason, a follower, a guy I follow and, whatnot, Instagram fake internet friend. And he had it for sale for a good price. And so I did some really quick checking around. These were about $450 brand new. I got it for just about $600. They're selling on Arizona Custom Knives for like $750, $850. For a production knife based on a custom design. And what I didn't realize until I had them both here, and I kind of put them side by side, is that the ZT is significantly bigger, but noticeably longer. And if we put them on top of each other, you can really see you have more blade length and you have more handle length. It's very cool. All right, so let's talk about the specs on the ZT version. 5¼ inches long, 9½ inches overall. So it's a big boy, and it's not for everybody. The blade length is 4.23 versus 3.96. So a solid 1/4 inch bigger just in the blade length. Your edge, you're going to get 4.13 inches. Behind the edge, it's pretty thick. It's 0.036. This is pretty sharp. I may send it out to my buddy and have him give it a really good sharpening. Doesn't need a regrind or anything, but it could be sharper for my tastes. The blade thickness is 0.185. The blade steel is a steel that I am not familiar with. And actually, we can just zoom in and take a look around as I ramble about it. It's a very nice stonewash, a typical ZT stonewash. The blade steel, as I started to mention, is B75P. So I did a little bit of research, and it is a powdered steel that is in line or akin to S35VN and CPM 154. So it is a good steel. One thing I do really like is that the pivot is keyed. It's kind of hexagon shaped, dropped into a hexagon shaped hole. So it is just a single tool to take that apart. Titanium frame, carbon fiber inlay, which is really nice. There's 2 screws here, but then there are a couple of screws that actually hold the body together. These are just small screws holding the inlay in. It is a reversible pocket clip, which is great for my left-handed viewers. I wish it was just a flat, just this contoured carbon fiber for me. I almost wish they would do what would have been cool is to have different inlays. So for us right-handed people who wanted the clip on that side, the inlay was different and didn't have the holes and didn't have that flat piece. It was just contoured. That would have been awesome. The milling and texturing on the scales is grippy, but not too grippy. Like it gives you some grip and texture. So I like that. And I think it looks pretty good. Just a standard backspacer. The lanyard hole is kind of cool where it's not visible from the edges. It's just kind of a cutout. So you would stick the loop in and out. So I think that's a cool way to do it because I'm not a lanyard guy. This one does have a traditional lanyard hole, which is fine. The pocket clips, they did do a little bit different. This is kind of an RJ Martin signature pocket clip, if you will. And this one is slightly different. And it almost looks like there should be like a ball bearing, in that hole. So I'm not really sure what the hole in the clip is for. To me, that looks a little odd. It looks like the bearing fell out, like on a Todd Bag knife. And I don't have one here. And a lot of other companies are using those also. I don't have one of those here on the table. Just thought about it. It does have a lock bar insert. The detent on this one is pretty light. I'm not going to lie. That is not my favorite part about this knife. It does have a light detent. Now, it's going to open 98% of the time. And once I carry it for a little bit, I realize that, hey, this one is a knife I need to give a little bit of flick, or I need to give it a little more oomph on the detent, on the flipping. I might take this apart and try to bend that lock bar in and try to stiffen it up. I don't have a lot of luck doing that. I mean, I haven't broken any knives or anything like that, but it just kind of seems that after I'm done with that, it's the same as it was before I took it apart. So I don't know. This one has a very strong detent. What I would like to do is marry these two detents and get right in between would be perfect on both of these knives. And perhaps I will send these out and have that worked on. This one is almost a mirror polish. I like the stonewash better than on my full custom. But you pay a different price. So for this production custom, right now the going rate is like $70 to $750, call it. The going price on a full custom is $3,000. You get what you pay for. There are differences. The fit and finish is better on a custom, but to the average user and collector, is it worth 3 times as much? I can't answer that for you. I can answer it for me and tell you that yes, I am super excited to have this, and it is a knife that I carry a ton. An absolute ton. I love everything about this knife other than the very strong finger-breaking detent and the mirror polish blade. Other than that, I absolutely love it. And I would like another Q36, either an SS or a standard. When I saw this, I just had to have it as an RJ Martin collector or fan. And most of the RJ Martin people, owners that I know, have multiples. And now I can kind of say I have 2 RJ Martins. Let me know your thoughts. Please go check out my RJ Martin playlist as well as my ZT playlist. I've done a bunch of ZT knives. They make incredible knives. And thanks for checking this video out. Have a great day, everyone. I greatly appreciate your time.